Hello guys, how are you?
Good.
Thank you very much for your time.
How you doing, Harry?
Fine, thank you very much. Congratulations on
Thank
the new
you.
season. And let's get to the point. I mean, this question could be for any of you, so if anyone would want to step up, please do. But I will address it as requested to Gaten. So, man, this was, I guess, an important 9 year span in your life.
Yeah.
So, how does it feel to kind of start to say goodbye to this journey, to this last season? How do you feel?
A whole big bag of mixed emotions, you know? I mean, it's something that we've always loved doing for this whole decade. It's always going to be tough letting go of it, but it also feels almost like a graduation. Like, as one chapter closes, another opens, and the one thing that's very comforting is that even though there can be a bit of anxiety leaving something that's been so comfortable for a while, you know, we're jumping into this new territory with each other, and it's... you have to look at it as more of an opportunity than anything else, and I think that's the intention going forward into the next year. But I'm just more looking forward to seeing it because we've only seen the first half.
Okay, so you talked about these doors that open now. So maybe to Finn, but the same that was before is for everyone. I mean, whoever wants to answer, it's okay. But Finn, were you ever afraid of, I mean, being this successful so young with a series that so many people watched? Were you ever afraid of the next steps? Maybe how to get away from these kind of characters or not? Maybe you're in love with it.
Right. Yeah. I think it was so deeply, and the show is, and will continue to be so deeply ingrained into my personality, or not even my personality, but it's part, in a lot of ways, part of my identity and attached to my identity. And so I've never really had an active thought of like, okay, I'm going to try to get away from this character or this show because it's just kind of part of me. And, you know, I think the only control you have over sort of, you know, if you want to try other stuff and let's say act in another show or a movie that doesn't have to do with Stranger Things, it's just by doing it and by trying to carve a path that's different from this one. But I've never been worried about how I was gonna end up really in my career because I don't know. I've always been confident in that part of myself, especially after the show. Mm-hmm. And the show gives us opportunities to do that in the to keep working in the first place. So,
I feel what Finn's saying. Kind of just like we didn't go into this thinking like, how is this gonna look for my career? I think when you're an artist and you're an actor, you're just expressing yourself, and it doesn't matter if you get pigeonholed to a certain character or personality that you're playing. If you love it, you're doing it, you know? Like, if I want to do Broadway, I'm going to do Broadway. It's not about the recognition or how people see me. Yeah. It's about how I see myself, and that's how you get the best work, honestly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's how you see yourself. Not like, how are people going to see me? Of course, you want to represent yourself in the way you want to as a good person and people that look up to you or, you know, admire your work. But I think just kind of recently I just saw Finn in his at his concert, him playing like the drums and the guitar and the piano. In season 2 he was just playing the guitar, kind of, you know what I mean? But now he's like a lead singer and doing all these things. He's doing what he loves, right? So it's not like, all this big crowd. Like, he had a great crowd, but he was like, no, I'm doing it myself. And at the end he was packing up on his own. He didn't have people helping him. Like, it's just the art. I don't, you know.
And Caleb, did you imagine this kind of I like to call it like the Harry Potter effect, that these characters that go from very young to young adults, growing up with the characters, growing up with the fans, while growing up, I mean the characters also. When you first started, when you were so very young and started this series, didn't know if it was going to be a success or not. Do you imagine this kind of ending?
So, a confession. I watched Harry Potter the first time this year. So
really,
now, yeah,
that's awesome. This, your nerd journey.
Yeah, literally on my nerd journey this year. Yeah, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter.
Did you do Star Wars yet?
Huh?
Did you do Star Wars yet?
No, I haven't. I know I got to do Star Wars. I've like all the shows that reference our show I've not seen yet, which is crazy. I got my inspiration from other things and, you know, with the Duffers. But going back to what you were saying, I think actually after watching Harry Potter, I saw ourselves in it.
Yeah.
I did. I even text Gaten and I was like, I was like, whoa, this reminds me of us. And I mean, I think it's wonderful. I think it's a great opportunity to kind of have something like that. It's an unorthodox experience that a lot of people don't understand, but these guys do. A lot, like the cast does. And to explain it to someone, it's so challenging, but it's magical, honestly. And like the Harry Potter effect is always kind of like this negative like notion, but I don't think it's negative at all. I think it's a gem. Yeah.
Okay, guys. So thank you very much and have
Thank
a
you.
great graduation.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Appreciate it.